We're here today. One more time. Paper in other place. You just laughed. Hi, it's Lauren.
And it's Sonia.
And we're here today to show you the brand new Egger collection. This is an MFC and laminate collection brochure. So no more red dots. We're very excited about the no more red dots. Let's jump right in. We have a few new textures available in this new collection. The first texture is the ST7. Now, ST7 replaces the ST2. What would you describe ST7 as?
Feels more flat, less plasticky, I think.
Plasticky?
Plasticky, yeah.
Is that a word?
Well, it is now.
Less plasticky, apparently. So we've got the ST20. It has a much more brushed metal feel.
Yeah.
Then we've got the ST40. What do you say the ST40 is?
It's a kind of oak style, very matte finish, and a really high quality kind of veneer kind of vibe.
Wow, it's like you almost revised that. Then we have the ST76, which is going to be placed on the stone decors. It has quite a rough, matte sort of texture to it. And then we've also got the brand new TM12 and TM28 textures. Now, they are similar to the ST12 and ST28, but they have a lacquer put on them, which gives it that lovely velvety finish.
And anti-fingerprint.
Anti-fingerprint. On our first page, the lacquered chipboard, the Perfect Sense range. Now, this one in particular, because the TM28 is only available on the U999, it looks phenomenal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's velvet to touch, anti-fingerprint technology. I don't know whether we can show that.
It just won't show up if you have grubby fingerprints.
Oh, mine does, look.
It goes away.
Now it's gone. Okay.
Great for kids.
Great for kids. There are also some other wood grains, but these have the TM12. So we've got the natural eucalyptus, then we've got the brown Abano ash and the anthracite Abano ash. Very similar, lovely velvet look, anti-fingerprint technology, darker wood grains, very, very contemporary feel. They are at the top left of your brochure, the TM12 and TM28.
So now with TM9, in the brochure, they have 4 of the decors, but you'll actually get a separate brochure, which we have here.
Yeah, this is the UK collection.
Our own special collection.
I know.
It's got 10 decors, very muted, but I love it.
Again, this is the TM9 collection, which means it's on chipboard, 100% recyclable, and it's on that carbon negative chipboard core. What more could you ask for?
Anti-fingerprint. Again.
Perfect Sense. No longer the marbles or the dark steel, the material decors. We're now back to just unicolors. And we've got them just here. Oh! So, we've got the green, which is the stone green. One of my favorite new decors that Egger have brought out.
Beautiful.
It is just so classically elegant.
Love
it is beautiful. We've got the Cubanite Grey, which was available in the last collection, but not as a Perfect Sense board. We've also got the Garnet Red. Oh, sumptuous.
Wow.
Absolutely stunning. And finally, we have the Angora Grey. Very versatile, something you can use with a lot of the wood grains.
Definitely really classy. I think that whole range is just...
Yeah, 12 really, really on-trend matte decor. So 5 glosses, they stay in the monochrome section. They're just white all the way through to blacks. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
So that's the Perfect Sense collection.
Simple.
Texture meets colour. It's their own UK collection. So this is the brochure that is currently available. 14 decors, and then you've got a paint grade as well. Available as an ST12, ST19, and an ST40. All these decors are available in all these textures. Lots of permutations, lots of different things you can play with.
Love it.
Love it. So finally, on that note, I would say, the ST20, it's been applied to a black. And this is the U999 with a texture 20 applied to it. So that's that brushed metal effect.
Cool,
it's got
slick, luxurious.
It gets the TM28, it gets the ST20 texture applied. Very popular decor is the black. Something a bit new, bit different. Could use it in different settings, but available in the brand new Egger collection.
Unicolors. We've got the brand new ST7.
Ooh, yeah, ST7.
Which is over here. And they feel flatter, less plasticky.
Less plasticky. Available on 3 different decors. platinum white, graphite grey, and the black. The uni colours continue. They've got a section called grey tones and a section called muted colours. Let's take a look at them. So you've got the silk grey, the arctic grey, the angora grey, we've got the camay beige, the truffle brown, and the cubanite grey and the dark taupe. All of those particular ones are now available as an MFC. The brand spanking new colours are the carrot beige, the almond beige, and that's it. So there's two brand new colours. So let's have a look at the muted colours. Now this is the exciting ones because they've brought in these amazing muted colours.
They are beautiful.
Oh, they're so good. So very modern. Let's take a look at them. So we start off with the sand yellow and the dark brown.
Looks very sandy.
Very sandy. And then we go into the greens. This is the exciting ones. What a selection to choose from. Lots and lots and lots of greens. So you've got the sage green, you've got the reed green, you've got a brand new one. I'm gonna pull this one out. This is the agave green, a mossy almost style colour green.
Good word, yeah.
Good description word.
Definitely mossy.
This one, which is also featuring in the Perfect Sense collection, this is the stone green. Again, got a bit more of a bluier pigment in
Cooler
that.
undertones, I'd
Yeah,
say.
so it's sort of a slight greeny blue look. Yeah, cooler undertones. And then finally the fir green. So then we look at the blues. Now the blues are also very exciting. We get 3 new additions. Let's put that one there. So we've got the misty blue, then we've got the brand new ocean blue. I have to say, I think that stands really well on its own. Then we've got the Tyrolean blue. It just gives you a really nice array for the blues. We've got a whole selection now to choose from.
Blending in with these blues.
Yeah, yeah, part of the collection.
I am not part of the collection.
And then finally, we've got the pinks. Antique Rose, we all know that was available as a laminate, now available as an MFC. It is a very, very popular colour. Rusty Red, that is a brand new decor. And finally, we've got the Garnet Red, which we've spoken about before. That's available as a Perfect Sense matte. So brand new section, muted colours, a lot of variety. Thanks, Egger. Great muted colour selection. The Feelwood Wood Grain collection. We have a number of new decors in the Feelwood collection. You've got the Casella Oaks, and there's 5 new Casella Oaks. They're the ST40. You've got the Cuneo Oaks, which are the ST28 texture plate, and then you've got the Sacramento. Oh, the Sacramento Oaks.
That one sounds cool.
That sounds cool. Sacramento. So you've got 2 Sacramento Oaks, which are the ST36. So let's get.
Oh, let's clear the table first.
Okay. Right, so yeah, let's get that stuff out then. Okay, so we're starting off with the ST40s, which are the Casella Oaks, and everybody is buying into it. So what colours do we have? Just as a reminder, there we go. So we start off with the white Casella Oak right at the very end, very fresh, quite a Nordic-y feel to it. Then we've got the light Casella Oak and the natural Casella Oak, the brown Casella Oak, and then finally we've got the maroon Casella Oak, which is a much darker, richer tone. So yeah, these are the Casella Oaks, very, very popular. You can have all those back.
That was a stretch.
Let's move on to, what have we got here? We've got
Cuneo
all the
Oaks.
Cuneo Oaks. Ah, yes.
These are gorgeous.
There's lots of natural patterns featuring throughout. You've got your knots, you've got your cracks. Quite, I'd say that this one's slightly more retro, but that one does have a much more deeper tone to it. Now this is 28, has, what would you say, not so much of a rough pattern. It's a bit smoother, but it's quite contemporary linear feel to it, hasn't it?
Yes,
So,
definitely.
yep, those are the 2 Cuneos, bleached and brown. Or the Sacramentos, we like these ones.
We just like saying
We
Sacramento.
just like saying Sacramento. So we've got the Sacramentos. Now this is the ST36, so this is a much rougher matte texture to them. And they are slightly stripy, I would say.
Yeah.
They've got quite a lot of dark and light tones in them.
A lot of variation.
Yeah, quite characterful, but again, quite timeless. So yeah, 2 lovely new decors.
Sacramento.
Sacramento. So those are all the new decors that feature in the Feelwood category. Remember, that's the synchronized pour that allows the camera technology to line up with the wood grains and give you that really authentic solid oak or solid wood look. Wood grain reproductions. So this is your cost-effective alternative to either veneer or solid wood. So let's have a look at those three lighter wood grains. So in here, you've got the really white, what's it called? Trondine? They really challenge us, don't they, with these names? I feel like it almost looks like it's been painted over because they do, the knots and the cracks look really faint and like really distant.
I really like it, actually.
Yeah, and then you've got the white fine line. Again, that's quite a linear ST19 texture, contemporary.
Sleek and satisfying, that's what I would say.
Yeah, sleek and satisfying, love it. So I'm gonna move this one over. And then this is the Sevilla Ash. This is one of my favorite of the lighter wood grains. The ST19 texture really, really adds and finishes off this lovely decor. So let's move on to the grey wood tones, which will start with the grey beige spree oak, which is this one just here. Very characterful, you've got knots and cracks, quite similar to the sort of Vicenza, the grey Vicenza oak, but said a lot more of the knots and cracks on show.
Cool undertones.
Cool undertones. Then we move on to the dark grey fine line. Again, with the ST19 texture, allows it to be very contemporary, probably quite good for office furniture or bedroom furniture. A really fantastic addition to the Egger collection. And then we move on to the Norwich oak. This is quite different.
I was just gonna say, it's more stripy than the previous one.
Yeah, it sort of almost I feel like it looks like an insect's back or something. I mean, that's how I feel it looks. It's like a beetle's back or something. But I would say this is quite luxurious, very different. The next one is the brown Warmia walnut. Now, what is this? Warmia walnut.
Brown Warmia walnut, brown Warmia walnut. Brown, no.
Not something you can say 3 times.
No.
It's a beautiful decor. And if you're comparing this to the other walnuts, this has a lot more going on, a lot more personality.
I love this one.
Yeah.
So rich, warm.
Yeah,
I love it. Reminds me of chocolate.
Reminds you of chocolate?
Yeah, maybe I'm just hungry.
So this one is the dark brown eucalyptus, and this is the very moody, I would say. Moody.
Emotional.
Emotional. Emotional decor.
Gothic vibes.
Gothic vibes. We like this one. So now we move on to the other page, which has the lighter wood grains, and the ones that are just down here. We'll start with, it's a mystery this time, the sand birch. Ah, yes, classic.
Smooth.
Smooth. Natural Sheffield acacia.
Acacia?
Acacia? I'm going to say acacia.
Yeah.
Who knows? If you know, let us know. Massive timeless classic. If you're looking for a versatile decor, this is the one, but still got a modern edge to it.
Classic.
And that's the ST10 decor, actually, so that's a slightly smoother decor as well. This is fun. It's like
I know.
finding out what's going to come up. Vicenza oak, or Vicenza oak, depends how you pronounce it.
Again, we
This,
need some help.
Yeah, another classic, similar to the last. It's a little bit more subtler, not so many sort of grainy knotties. So if you're looking for something slightly more subtler, this is the one option to go for. Vicenza oak. Oh, we're onto a wild one. This is the natural wild oak. I mean, look at all the pips and knots and cracks. It looks as if it's going to feel that way. A great addition to the MFC collection. Great choice, good pick in Egger. We like this one a lot.
Approved.
Dark Hunton Oak. Now, you probably know that this is available as a worktop. It's still available as a worktop. Very realistic.
Rustic.
Oh, yeah, rustic. Yeah, I like that. Rustic decor. Corona Walnut, an SD12, so it's a very simple wood grain on top. Quite a contemporary retro, can we call it that?
Classic, retro vibe.
Yep. And then finally, we've got the brown Tonsberg oak. Ooh. Very different. This one is very, very stripy. Something very different, but very contemporary. Would you say that's rich?
Yep, I was just gonna say, it reminds me of dark chocolate.
Good work, Egger. That's your wood grains.
Woo!
Onto material reproduction. So these are your textiles, your metals, and your stones. Let's start with the metals. So we start off with the brushed silver grey. This is the lightest of the metals. Very, very exciting that we can have metals in the MFC collection. This is one that was featured in the last collection, which is the metallic inox. a slightly darker shade for the metallics. This is an interesting one. This is a laminate in the old collection, now taken into the MFC collection, and it's called the Cubonite Steel Brush. You can see that it's almost had a wire brush worked into it to give you that almost scratched look.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's inspired.
Inspired. Golden brushed metal. Very yellowy pigments in this one, but essentially this is your gold look. And another one, and this is probably my favorite. I think this might be one of my favorite actually in the new collection overall. This is called the Cobra Bronze. This looks like it's had a hammer taken to it and hammered. It's hammered copper, basically, the effect, and it looks amazing. Definitely one of my favorites in the collection, so well done, Egger. And the last one of the 6 is the brushed bronze metal. One of the darkest metals that are on the, is in the collection. Very elegant.
Sleek, elegant.
So those are the metals. We now move on to the linens. 2 new linens. We've got the white linen. Same texture, ST10. The depth is in the paper. You're not gonna see much from here, but it is a beautiful white crisp look. And the other one that is available is now the brown linen. Now this is a beautiful shade. A lot of people use these in the bedrooms, inside wardrobes. But yes, you've got the white, grey, beige, brown, and now the anthracite linen. Moving on to the marbles now. 5 marbles that are available in the new collection. We have the crystal marble.
Wow.
So much more veining in this one. Then we move on to Candela marble. This is your light medium grey marble. It has lots of speckles in. There is still veining running through it. Very authentic. And then we have the anthracite Candela marble. This is your darker shade of what we've just previously seen. This has some quite interesting sort of grey tones in it. 2 very nice marbles that are very different and never been in the MFC collection before. And then finally, we've got the black Pietra Grigia. You'll probably have seen this one before. It was available as a laminate. It was also available in the worktops, I think it was. And now it is available as an MFC. So then we move on to our Chromix. Now, there was a white Chromix in the old collection. That's been switched in for the Chromix Silver. So this is a structure change, but the Chromix Silver, which was in the old collection, is available obviously in the new one with a different structure. Happy to see the dark grey Chicago concrete has now entered the MFC collection. So it joins the light grey Chicago concrete that's also available in the MFC collection. Moving on to our slates. So we've got the more authentic, subtle slate, natural, has a lovely texture. It's the ST76 texture again, rough, matte, good slate. And then this one, which is the Capria slate. Now, this is very exciting. This one has bronze undertones to it. So actually, when you move it around, you can see a lot of different tones pulling through. And in fact, it's a very exciting one because every time you look at it, you see something different. And finally, we've got the grey canvas, which has the ST76 texture again on top, that sort of rough, matte texture, very authentic.
Yeah, very natural. It's got like those white kind of speckles in it.
Oh yeah.
Which I think goes really well and it complements it really well as well.
Yeah, and because it's all over, it sort of has quite a lot of depth in the paper.
Effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, great canvas. Okay, so there you have it. That is it. And remember, this is available as an MFC and laminate collection. No red dots. That's us done.
Exciting.